Hey guys, it's your homeboy, the one and only Great Dane. So Supercell has made a new game, and it's called Flood Rush, and I thought I'd just do a semi-involved review on it, just go over the game a bit, since not a lot of people even know this is a thing yet. It's pretty early beta. I just wanted to give my thoughts on it as well as play a little, I guess, and we'll just see how it goes. I definitely have some thoughts, but we'll see, because a lot could change, honestly. It's, again, very early in beta, so the game is in beta for about a week, and I'm recording this on literally the last day, so if you wanted to play it, I would recommend joining their Discord or subscribing to their YouTube channel in order to stay informed, because the beta, again, is literally going to end in a few hours, probably by the time this posts anyway, so I'm just going to let you guys know anything you want to, see if this even seems like something you'd be interested in. So right now I've got about 1,015 trophies. Person in first has, I think, like 4,000, if I remember correctly. I've been on the leaderboard out of the 1,000 people pretty much the whole time. I haven't played in a few hours to get ready for the video, so I don't even know if I'm still on it. Okay, so I just got scraped off of it, but I could probably get on it in a few matches anyway. So I'm about level 8 right now, which is the highest level you need to be to unlock the last card, which unfortunately I haven't yet. So the first character, I believe, I forget if you I think you get a choice between your first cards or something. That could change too, so it's really not going to matter too much, but your first character here is Fish Pirate. So these aren't like your usual Supercell IP characters. So sword-wielding sailor, small melee unit, appears in packs of 3. Shellby, deck cleaning specialist, heavy melee tank with slow water attack, immune to stun. So I think the wording on this one's a little confusing too, and I actually watched Orange Juice play this game himself. So I don't know if they figured out that it was actually this character and there's another one. Any like water-based attack slows enemies down for some reason. Like it makes sense when the water's coming up that you move slower. I don't know why water in general makes the character slower, but whatever. So his attack isn't that slow, but he has a slowing attack. Okay, we have Octo Shot, Angry Octopus with a shotgun. I feel like this is just the embodiment of Shelly from All Stars. Okay, shoots a wide spread of bullets, strong against small units. Pistol Fish, High Noon on the high seas, small range unit, appears in pairs. Shark Bear, half shark, half bear, all muscle, big and strong melee unit. I feel like this is probably the most OP character, but again, I haven't even unlocked the dinosaur that supposedly breathes fire or something. I'm hoping I'll get it in this video because I have a lot of like stuff I can do to unlock more chests and such. In charge of the naval artillery, long range unit hits hard with his cannon bombardier. I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly, hopefully. Boxer Crab. Armored shipwright with deadly claw smash attack. Strong against small units, immune to stun. Okay, I didn't even read that, so I didn't even know he was immune to stun. To me, he seems more like a better attack unit. He's not as shielded as Shellby, but I didn't know he was just completely immune to stuns. I guess it'd be really good against the stunning characters, which there are at least 2, maybe 3, I think. Aspiring opera singer and a walking mortar, shoots water bombs out of her blowhole, so Bombback is the other slowing unit, I believe. So Tick Tick, cave girl and her pet bone range unit with chaining stun attack, so she's really big on the stunning here than the other cave characters as well, but we're skipping the Triceratops. Fast charging dinosaur melee with dash attack. So this is what I didn't think of it. I think it's actually 4 stunning this, because Triceratops stuns with the dash. And I think you'll notice that it's this quick. the stun and the dash are the same color, which I guess means they both do the same thing, but it's not as obvious. I think they could change some of the wording here to make it a little more obvious. Hairy, spear-throwing, hairy ape-man, ranged unit can attack over walls. So I don't think he's necessarily that powerful, but he really is like the only unit besides maybe I don't even remember what it's called. Bombback, I think, can also shoot over walls, but again, it's not made necessarily obvious. He also has got pretty decent range. You have Gruck, which just reminds me of the character in the movie, if I can remember anything. Huge body with a tiny brain, large and slow melee unit with devastating stun attack. So he has a knockback himself, but again, it's not even mentioned. Grug, it reminds me of Grug from the Croods, essentially. We have Raptor, fast and agile hunter, melee unit with deadly bite attack. Makes sense. And then that's pretty much all the characters except for the dinosaur, which again, hopefully I'll unlock. Let's see what we have going on right now. So, the rewards path in this game is pretty interesting. So as you move forward, you lose stuff going forward because you're going forward, and the path can only be so long, at least right now. It can only go so far forward and backward. So this is, it's not like you get chests from battles necessarily. You get, I believe it's called Taika, which is the weird purple jars with play battles and complete quests to earn more Taika fuel. So you get fuel, which allows you to open chests. So it's kind of like the chest thing from Clash Royale, but slightly different, because if you're not progressing forward, you can't keep unlocking chests. As of right now, the chest choices aren't really that big of a difference, I don't think. You have your instant flames, but I already spent a good amount of gems, so I can't afford those. We'll just do the fish. I'm gonna upgrade shot. Okay, so every 3 hours you get 150 Taika fuel that you can earn, 400 out of 400. You still have to play the battles to earn it. I believe the most you can earn for getting first place is like 70, so as of right now it takes quite a bit of playing to actually like max out your Taika fuel. I'm hoping they would change that to probably, if they kept the same amount of 150, I was hoping they would raise it to maybe like 600 at least. Because right now, if it's every 3 hours, you gotta play at least like probably 3 times a day to really max it out, and that's probably not too great for most people who can't play the game that much. I'm sure it's like this now just because they want people to play a lot to get an idea of what they think of the game. So those are all the characters that you can have in your crew. I didn't even go over the items. So you have a bomb, big explosion, damages and briefly stuns enemies. Got your rum bottle, sets things on fire, which I imagine is essentially what the dinosaur does as well. Fishing net holds enemies in place. I think this one is extremely powerful. The wheel, 3 tons of hardstone rolls over enemies, stunning them. It's kind of hard to hit with that one though. Thirst quenching blast of juicy fruit damages enemies with water splash. I'd say my favorites here are probably watermelon and fishing net. The significance of watermelon is it can actually slow down the Seeker. So the Seeker is the main character you play as.
Mercy.
They have Zaina? Something like that. So she's the only character I've even bothered to upgrade since this is beta and it's going to end anyway. I figured you might as well just invest all your resources in the one character right now. So she unleashes a giant monster on enemies. And then she has this whole backstory thing. So Zaina defeated her older sister in combat to become holder of her stone and ruler of the northern island empire of Holmstrad. until one day the planet awakened and the island sank into the ocean. Now she is seeking that island to gain back her power and dominion that the world took from her and still owes her. Nook. When rumors spread across Dionia of that island and of the infinite power and Taika it could bring, Nook's village was on high alert. The carvings in the nearby ruins of an ancient temple had warned of the dangers of the island's discovery. Nook knew he had to set out immediately to make sure that the power would never fall into the wrong hands. And you have Mia. Mia was always expected to take over the family tavern at Ripos, just like her parents did, and their parents for generations before. But her desire for a life of adventure made her curious about the rumors circling the tavern, until one day, when she was able to piece enough of them together and find one of the Seeker's stones for herself. So, she has it on her hand there. I really don't know what this... I'm guessing he has that giant diamond thing on his shoulder, or Seeker's stone, and she has it in her staff. I don't know what the significance of the Seeker's stone is. I guess if you were to imagine you summon your crew using the... Like, I don't even know what you'd call it. I'm literally just gonna have to play a battle to really describe it to you guys. You get like, I want to say Taika balls? I don't know what they are. I'm just gonna try to complete some quests here, see how far I can get, and hopefully unlock the Dying Silver here. I don't know if I'll be doing more videos on this when the next beta comes out, but we'll see. I'm really only playing Zany here. I gotta be kind of careful to make sure I'm playing the right character, because it's pretty easy to accidentally look through the characters and then select the wrong one. So you're probably wondering, how on earth do you play this game? So they let you select the starter card. I think the best thing to do is probably select the most expensive one, at least that's what it seems to me, because you usually always spawn towards a chest or barrel that will give you 3, I'm just gonna call them Taika balls, because I really don't even know what you call them. The purple balls that let you spawn in characters. You can hold up to, I want to say 30, and you do that in order to pull your enemies to come closer to you, spawn a bunch of your crew, and then destroy them. So essentially, my understanding is the higher your level, which is on my character, it says 12 right now, every time you spawn in more crew, your level gets higher. Generally, you want to stay away from other seekers or players who have a higher number than you, because they're more likely to defeat you. And you want to try to attack characters with a lower level, which I guess is the strategy you choose onto holding on to your Taika balls. I'm just randomly throwing items around, so I'm trying to complete the quest. So generally, the reason I think you should start with the expensive characters is because as the match goes on, you're pretty much going to be forced to fight the other players. If you can spawn in more smaller units quicker, you're going to be able to raise your number faster, which means you're more likely to win. That's my strategy anyway. And as for getting actual characters, you'll notice each character has their own supposed strengths and weaknesses. So my idea is if you want to win, you try to get as many different characters as you can. I just think that makes the most sense. Because it's not obvious I'm recording on the actual mobile device right now instead of the computer, which I usually do. Just because I thought it's more convenient, because if you haven't noticed, this is a touch-to-move game instead of a joystick game. I generally prefer joystick games, because if you accidentally touch in the wrong spot, it can be kind of bad. So on a final loadout, I usually like to have Shark Bear, either Shellby or the Crab for shielding, and then some kind of small unit like the Pistol Fish or these, I already forgot, just Pirate Fish, I think. Something like that. I'm not gonna lie, the battles in this game get pretty... I think pretty much everyone mains Xayena, but if I'm being honest, I think Mia's probably the best Seeker, because speed is honestly incredibly important. Because not only does... Mia's like the only one with ability that really does two things, and I don't think I've actually told you guys what the other abilities are. So Xayena summons a giant wolf monster, Mia makes her troops faster, and increases their attack speed. So that's the only one that does two things, in which I honestly think it was a mistake to go with Xayena here. Something else I don't think I've explained is the rarities of the cards. So it goes from like bronze to what I want to say is platinum, like a rainbow color. And bronze, I believe, is the level you've upgraded your cards to. Silver is +1 level, gold is +2, and platinum rainbow is like +3 levels. So, well, you might not always want to hold the platinum cards. Certainly better, I would say. I think I can take first here, but it's not going to be easy.
He just wants to play.
So something else that I've noticed, and it's kind of part of the strategy here, is even if you look like you're going to lose, unless there's, if it's really just like a 1v1 towards the very end of the match, when you, the Seeker, run away, it forces your characters to run away. And if your characters are running away, they can't actually fight for you. So it's actually disadvantageous to run away. Generally, you don't want to do that, unless you are trying to make placement, like trying to get third instead of fourth or something if you run away. Which again, guess which character's best at running away is actually Mia. And something else interesting is Mia actually has a second ability. If you get her to level 4, you can use a cannon. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't think it's as good as her first ability, but some people have used it, and it is a powerful cannon, but again, you can just run away from it, but then again, you don't want to run away, because of the reasons I've already explained. So again,
a good story starts with the risking it all.
I think Nook is probably the worst character. So he has Hammer Smash. He pulls in all the enemies and smashes them with a giant hammer, and it just throws them around. So it does the most splash damage, I guess you could say, but that's really it. It just throws all the characters around and just keep fighting. While Xayena's ability and Mia's ability continue to last for a few seconds. I think the Tyke Hammer's kind of lame. The only time I've ever seen the Tyke Hammer be incredibly useful is, I haven't really explained the whole flood aspect of the game yet, I don't think, so let me see. Open more chests, use more items, but except for used items, I really guess I don't have to focus too much, I just kind of have to play. So, as you play, if you imagine like Fortnite or something, you know how the circle gets smaller, the radius. So it's essentially the same thing here. It's essentially a battle royale. It's
3, 2, 1.
I don't know if I told you, but the reason I even signed up for like betas was for the other Supercell game. If I believe it's called Squad Busters. This game is honestly quite comparable to Squad Busters, but obviously it's not based on the other IPs of Supercell. So it starts with a shoreline, and as the match goes on, the water rises more towards the center. And there's only one map right now, as you can probably tell, so it's not too crazy. you know, using, I don't even know, I guess it'd be level 1. The level 1 Mia, obviously, like, on the last day of the beta, is a pretty terrible idea. Because I think I'm probably gonna have to stick with Tiny if I actually really want to do anything.
Let's get lost and find ourselves.
I want to get lost, and I think I've already found myself. Okay, so I've got to play a lot of battles. I don't want to lose trophies necessarily, but the fastest way to play more battles obviously is to just die a lot, I guess.
3, 2, 1.
So there's also like a kill chest that you can get by getting a certain amount of kills each day. In Eastern time, the daily reset's like 8 PM. So if I don't get the dinosaur thing during this video, which is honestly probably going to be kind of long if I'm really trying to do much here. So I think Rum Bomb is probably the worst of the items just because you can literally catch your own characters on fire. I'm not really sure what the best strategy for going around the map is. I know what I usually like to do with the characters. You generally don't want to stay in the same place though, because items, I guess enemies and type of plants spawn around the map, but generally you're gonna find more items and loot if you just keep circling, usually in one direction. You definitely don't want to travel in the direction of stronger opponents.
Let's up the ante.
There's no liquid weapon. I could win this, I'm not 100% sure, because their level is pretty close. Yeah, I think he knows he's losing, and he's probably going to try to run away. He's surprisingly not running away. Most people usually run away, which is why I think the net is the best item. And now he's running away. He had the rainbow card either. I want those though. I guess I'll take this swordfish. I really don't care for the Raptor card that much. I mean, they have a fast attack and a decent amount of health, but I don't really care for them much as an actual character. If they had some kind of other ability, then I think they might be worth having, but I don't think they're that great, honestly. I just think the Shark Bears, they'd have a really fast attack, a very decent amount of health, and a very decent amount of damage. I feel like it's the go-to card, honestly. Oh my, holy lord's name. Okay, this is probably a time where I'm it's like double the level. He's okay. Yeah, so you'll notice he has Mia too, so if you want to chase after him, I'm pretty much just done for him anyway. Luckily it looks like he's gonna decide to go for the other player. So you can emote in this game. Doesn't really do much, and they're very basic right now, but it's just kind of funny, I guess. He's playing awfully passively for having like 100 power points. if I wait for him to attack, there's a chance I might be able to win here, but it's gonna be pretty slim.
Have you met my little act?
Because if I wait till his characters are low on health, I might be able to steal enough of his psychic energy to actually win. It does look like he's focusing the other characters. I think he's still gonna win. He just had way more power. I did get him kinda low though, but this isn't going anywhere. I definitely feel like there's a point in the match where the other character gets a certain amount of power. It's pretty much it, man. I can't. This really is all there is pretty much to the game, honestly. Still no dinosaur, unfortunately.
The battlefield is my
I'm
playground.
not gonna be able to upgrade Dinah anymore. I don't know if I'll do anything with the rest of those. I guess you'd call them Taika shards. You just name everything based on their shape, you know? Basic gameplay features. I guess I'll just, at least for this video, I'll keep going until I get the murder chest, kill chest, death chest, soul chest. I don't know what you really want to call it. Again, I'm sure there's a name, but I don't really think it matters too much. Again, it's just a beta game right now. A lot could change depending on player feedback, which again, if you guys have anything to say, either leave it in my comments if you think I'd find it interesting, or just head on over to their Discord and let the devs know what you think could really make this game cool. I'll probably leave a link to their Discord in the video description, but if I forget, I'm pretty sure you can just easily look it up. It'll probably be on their YouTube channel or something. I think shark bears and bombardiers is incredibly powerful, honestly. So another thing is, if they're gold chests or platinum chests, they actually show up on the map. This guy might be willing to fight me for it, so I gotta be careful.
I hope you're that alert!
I mean, that's really all it does. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. It basically swirls your troops around and throws them. I don't think it's that great of an ability. It does damage like every character, so it could be helpful if they have way more troops than you, but other than that, it's gonna spawn like 50,000 fish pirates. Why do these guys seriously only have like crabs? What kind of strategy is that? I don't even know why. It might be a glitch, it might not, but sometimes when you get in third party, I think it's over. I'm gonna drown. Oh my god. I just inadvertently managed to kill like half of his troops. I did manage to win once just by, like, the opponent had way more power level than me, but I did manage to get him to drown first when the very last sink was occurring, or water rise, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so you're most vulnerable while you're fighting another player. And if you get third party, there's honestly a pretty darn good chance you'll just end up losing straight up. Which again is why I think if they keep the game the way it is currently, which they're probably gonna switch up quite a few things, I highly suggest focusing upgrading Mia. Because that speed, it's gonna let you close the gap between your opponents, it's gonna let you escape easier. It just seems like a no-brainer. Again,
I may not know where I'm going,
Dinah's
but
beast is
enjoying
pretty
the
powerful, but Mia's ability affects all of your units, and increased attack speed on all of your units, again, is going to be pretty darn significant, so... Alright. I think I'm honestly just going to finish up the, murder chest. I might do the Tycho Blobs one, I don't know. If I do get the dinosaur, I'll probably just come back to the video and leave the description of what it does in the description, or not in the description, but in the comment section. Because I do have until like 1 AM. It's currently like 4 PM. Because the game officially ends like tomorrow, or not the game, but the beta for the game. I don't know if I want to find this.
Meet your destiny!
I might be able to beat him sincerely because I have this ability. I think I was probably going to lose it because of the pistol fish, honestly. Again, like, after he uses his ability, he's just like, nothing. At least the Zyna ability lasts for a while, you know? I'm pretty sure the only reason you'd really hold on to the Mega Balls is so you can try to fake out your opponent to get them to come attack you and then reveal that you actually have like plus 30 power, you know? Which is also something to keep in mind. If you're looking for the best strategy, I guess no one really holds on to that much, if I'm being honest, but you probably shouldn't attack someone who's like 10-ish lower than you. Well, the other opponents are higher than you. It's not exactly a good look. Kinda hoping I find some shark bears or something. I'm gonna try to get this guy while he's attacking the other guy. Seems like the strategy.
Let's up the ante!
I think I can win this, but it's gonna be kind of tight. It really just is unfair to third party, because you're already going to have their troops low. Like, what are they going to do about it? up as soon as I throw a hit. I think the only thing I've got left at this point is the turtle, and I'm certainly not going to be able to win this. When you really get like the 0 power in the 1v1, your best strategy is literally to just run in a circle and hope that the other guy drowns with you. And the only way to do that is essentially to just spawn Shellbys until the water rises, and hopefully he just takes damage before you do, so you can just outlive him. I guess I could at least drain my current psychic fuel. That'll give me another chest or 2 maybe. I'm just gonna end off the video.
Three, two, one.
Also, something you may or may not have noticed is when you spawn in more troops, your POV gets a little bigger. It's generally nicer to have a bigger crew. I'd say this game is kind of RNG and kind of skill based. I'd say it's pretty darn difficult to win every single match. Another useful thing is your characters can pick up items for you. And why I think the watermelon is pretty significant that it can slow down the Seeker is that your crew can just like run unreasonably fast to catch up to you, but it all depends on how far away the Seeker is, so if you can slow the Seeker, you slow pretty much everyone. What's nice about the fishing net is that if the Seeker runs away, you can still just sit there killing their crew and still get some free psychos up. I'm gonna jump in to fight the other guy, but looks like he left already. I might fight this 31 though. Is he drowning? Why is he losing fire? Oh my god. Looks like he's only on pistol fish too, or whatever they're called. Bro's out here drowning, I don't know what he's doing. Free Taika balls. If you can get like an easy set of Taika balls, that can honestly just like win you the match though if you just get so overpowered. I don't even know what you'd call like the native enemies in this game. You got one that shoots you, kind of powerful, and then that's basically about it. See, like, how am I supposed to catch up to the Mia without them stopping? Like, that's such a significant ability. Especially if you're going for placement. I'll catch up to him eventually, probably, but it's pretty darn hard. Oh, there's the dinosaur. Like a lava dinosaur. I just want to unlock that card before the beta ends. It's like the only thing I want to do left. guy better not come over here, man, I swear. We're literally like the same power level. And he probably has some stored bowl power too. So I just gotta get over there while he's fighting the other guy. Time to go all out now. What's also useful about the third party is that he's probably already used his ability, which means I get to use mine first. I'm literally just gonna go drown himself. Okay. You see Victory Royale. Man needs to learn how to swim. Okay. Yeah, so unfortunately the defeats in battle don't actually go towards anything once you get the daily chest. I think it matters which card I really choose. Like, can I seriously just get a chest with the dinosaur in it? Would it be that hard? So why is my ship ahead of where I am on the path? I feel like that's glitching or something. Whatever. 47. 720. We're just like barely not gonna have enough. Jeez. Considering if I should play one more match or not. Maybe two, I don't know. But I'd have like 130, so I wouldn't be able to get the chest right now anyway. My only option would be to get Tycho blobs and play an absurd amount of battles. I think what I'm gonna do, because it'd be really easy, if at some point tonight I do unlock it, I'll probably just make a quick video showcasing it and then post that as like a YouTube short or something. I believe I should have just scraped my way back into the top 1,000 leaderboard. I was at like, I think my highest was like 800 at some point. Right now I am currently 940. Not too bad, but it's not going to mean anything in like 12 hours anyway. It's less than that now. The game is really almost over at this point. Saves more time for me, more time for Brawl Stars, or other useful, important life things. Alright, well again, it's a fairly interesting game. There's definitely some strategy here. Again, if this looks like something you'd want to play, I'd highly suggest just trying to create a varied crew rather than just like spamming pistol fish like some people. Yeah, so I really don't think there's much more to talk about. You got your different seekers, different crew, different items. Hopefully they'll add some different maps. I imagine it'll be like a Clash Royale kind of thing in terms of progress, where you'll be able to go to different islands based on how many trophies you have or something. That's about it. Change your name, music and sound. There's a shop, I imagine, is coming soon. I don't know what these two items are. Definitely a shop for gems, because the only thing you can do with the gems right now is either speed up a chest opening or get instant chests, which I think are the best things you could probably do. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Flood Rush, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content, or you look forward to anything else I might make in the future, and other games or just other wacky stuff. I think that's about it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.